You thought that was a bioweapon? The translator broke down for a second, as the creature did a sort of broken exhale. Connotations were all that came through. Vague implications. Pity, the software flashed. Disgust. Anger. A pause, as it decided. Sadism. Wouter was already backing away. The final decision didn't change his behavior, it just made the hall feel far too short. I didn't order it deployed. I didn't make it. The thing was staring at him, and he couldn't look away. The two eyes moved in such perfect tandem that he didn't think it was conscious. It only had binocular vision because it only needed binocular vision. Always the predator, never the prey. And now it was moving in on him. Oh, but what if you had? Then I could tell you all the things that were wrong with it. One of its hands, a sprawling, five-fingered spindly thing, traced carelessly along the station's walls. No incubation period. Symptoms arrive within 40 minutes of exposure. No time to spread undetected. Minimum should be 1 week. Embarrassingly low. The pressure the thing was putting on the wall increased, the gentle glide turning into a buzzing scratch. Humans were strong, but not strong enough to cut through metal like this. The suit had to be powered and clawed. Spread through contact, limited waterborne. No airborne. Intended mechanism of infection is viral load being put on hands from scratching, and then passed into the environment. Pathetically inefficient. The translator was working, but the thing was over-enunciating each word. The meaning was being passed along by a clean, helpful voice in his suit, even as the sound was being passed on through the environmental speakers. And the sound was dreadful. Clicks of ceramized bone jarring against each other, wet muscles modulating air into something sharp and rasping. Mechanism of death? Lysis overload. Could be dangerous if it was transmitted into the lungs, but since the initial load tends to be dermal, all we wind up with... It took its helmet off. 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 It took its helmet off in a biozone. It looked a little pink, actually. A little scratchy. It lifted a delicate, taloned hand and rubbed its face against it for a moment before finishing. Is a rash. Volta's prey drive had glued him to the spot. It was too close. The stupid part of his brain that still thought he was grazing on Duranga hoped that if he stood still long enough it might not notice him. The human paused a moment before continuing. Do you know why they sent me? Alphonse Eriksson, PhD, MD, civilian doctor, here to speak with you. Wouter's snout twitched. The suit translated the gesture for him. No. Because one of our grunts is a dumb fuck, the human said simply. And he spent 2 days fighting on your station with his helmet off. He got infected that way and brought back your stupid itchy plague to our carrier ship, and now we spent the last 8 hours scratching ourselves raw. But the joke's on you, because when we were treating that guy, you know what we found? That he was in the asymptomatic phase of a COVID infection. So if this... It gestured to its pink face with a snarl. Is your idea of a bioweapon, then COVID is going to be your apocalypse. But if you work with me, and shut everything the fuck down for the next 3 or 4 months, I might be able to save most of you. Wouter unstuck at that. He'd spent weeks down here, worrying about nothing more than the next skirmish. Now, he was looking at a genuine existential threat. What? Why would you help us? We wanted you to die. All of you. I wanted... The human cut him off with an exasperated wave of his hand. You wanted something stupid. Doesn't mean I have to join you. Best I can do to fix you is keep you alive and hope that you want better things later. That I genuinely look forward to. Now come on. You're going to be the one explaining to all your friends what's at stake here. My bedside manner is so bad that they limited my patience to virology slides and USMC Marines. I think there's actually one rung below the guys that just dissect cadavers. Walter would have made an amused hum with that, but something already felt scratchy inside his throat.